Welcome to ETF Leaders, powered by the New York Stock Exchange. Joining me today is Mamadou-Abou Sarr. He is the co-founder and president at V-Square Quantitative Management. Mamadou, great to see you. Thank you for joining me today.
My pleasure.
Thank you. So tell me, what are the big areas of focus for you this year?
Well, we are, first of all, a asset manager, global asset manager, headquartered in Chicago, with sustainability at the core. And so our theme are often linked to global macro theme, but also very thematic theme, right? So I'm thinking about kind of three major themes that I'm going to share with you. The first one, I call it own what you know and know what you own. And why is it that important? Well, we've seen over the past few years a surge of ESG funds. But last few months, we've seen a lot of them having the ESG label being removed. And for me, it's a sign that as an industry, we actually need to do a better job explaining what ESG means, being more transparent on the methodology, but also for asset managers, be intentional about how they operate, right? So the first theme about understanding what is underlying the bonnet and the exposure is the first very important thing. Number two is climate risks. I think we can all agree that climate has an impact that could be disproportionate across asset classes, but it's important for investors to appreciate that it is impacting allocation. And the fact that the SEC made a proposal a few weeks ago to actually provide greater climate disclosure, for me is a sign in the right direction, that we're going to move into a prescriptive climate disclosure that would help the market addressing climate risk, at least at the investment level, right? So that's the number two. Number three for me, I call it no S without G. And S stands for social and G for governance. To address social issues, you need to have a right governance framework. And so we see that as a major trend to actually put more focus on the S part of ESG.
All right, so you mentioned ESG. How are you looking at the ESG movement right now?
Yeah, so it's not a new movement. It's interesting to see the surge and the interest. It's a pivotal moment for the industry. We should not lose sight about the goal of ESG. It is not a separate asset class, it's a range of information that help us make better investment decisions. Major trends are thematic, but also around greater customization to align values and value. And that's the premise upon which we build our firm V-Square.
All right, so finally tell me, what are you hearing from institutions, advisors, retail right now?
Well, they want more transparency. They want greater tools to make allocation decisions. And they want to understand the attribution and what drives the performance of ESG funds. And that's why we have these tools that we developed that could help investors decipher the field and make better investment decisions. So it's all about transparency and access to data.
All right, Mamadou, great to talk with you. Thanks for joining me. And that's ETF Leaders, powered by the New York Stock Exchange.